I just hit max level, so I quickly want to show you a tour of my base. Maybe you can learn some tips and tricks from it, since I have quite a bit of optimizations. So let's take a look. Firstly, the base location has iron nodes and so forth, and free egg spawns. But let me quickly show you where it is located. It's in the starting area just behind Chillet, so pretty decent. Plus you gain access to this little breach, which is pretty nice for raids. As you can see, I blocked it off with a little foundation. I didn't use big like stone doors or anything, since they will spawn like animals or pallies that can fly. See, this little teapot is trying to get in here. Yeah, first let's take a look at the base here. On the left is my industrial side where they mine and build things. On my right is my farming and basically breeding side. So let's take a look at the farming first. Well, the breeding side. Got a little Relaxosaurus trying his best to get up the stairs since he's got a big belly. But yeah, let's take a look at this place right here. Behind us we've got our springs. Just to increase their sanity, I have realized I don't need the best ones, since their insanity is pretty decent since I feed them good food. But you can see here my Anubises going hard at it. But yeah, they're basically breeding here. But basically what I've done is I placed most of the beds inside the breeding pen to save space. And there's a little trick to it. If you pick up your Anubis to throw them in the breeding pen, you can't just stand here and throw them in. They'll land on the bed. All that you need to do is go all the way to the back and throw them against this fence right here. And they should be able to auto-assign. You can see that it auto-assigned. So pretty decent. Now you can have your beds here and they can be breeding pretty decently here. Obviously you got our cake box, and then we've got a little egg incubator. I have set this to 0 time since I feel like you're already waiting for them to breed. Why wait for the egg as well? It's just wasting your time if you want to enjoy your gaming. So here I've got an egg box which is currently empty, but yeah, pretty decent. I also made like a little area, well, fence with benches so they can't just walk off. So pretty decent. I kind of like the look of it. So yeah, I actually saw this in another video and I thought it's pretty neat, so let me try it. Now for my little residence where I just spend the night when it's dark. Got a little light, a little flowers here. I basically put all the benches in here just as a memory. I hardly ever use them. Sometimes I'll make like nails or something quickly when I need something, but I've got plenty of storage and so forth. But here's where the main action happens, in the bedroom, you know, the sleeping and the other things. We put a little cover here so people can't walk in on you, so if you know what I mean. But yeah, you can see we can sleep here. I got a little dining area and of course all of the storage we'll ever need. And sometimes it gets lonely, so we just watch penguins on the TV as their father, King Quinn or whatever, flies towards them. So let's go down here to the industrial area. We also got a little fountain to increase the watering speeds of everything, and we've got a little bell so they can focus on work. No need to focus on raids. This blocks basically all the raids, so no need. But if we go up here, I'm kind of proud of this area since it's quite efficient. But we've got our smelters, quite easily 2 of them, since sometimes you want to make multiple ingots, right? I'll also show you how I get all of my other resources by how you quickly can spawn on them and just quickly gather them. You only need 1 base really. You don't need multiple bases for resources. But we've also got our little mill here that gets us flour, and then we can store it into our fridge. We've got our dedicated cooler and a little snowman to help with cooling. But basically this will never spoil. Of course you can sort and so forth. But a lot of storage for our food. We've got 2 cake makers. Sometimes I make some pizza here for my palace. I'll show you in a minute how I deal with that. But you can see here. And then we've got our storage just there to fill up the area. Now this is pretty decent. If we go up here, you'll see there is our basically wood node. So they'll farm here every now and then. I'm not too concerned about this one. And they store everything here. But if they want them to stop and just work on other things on the base, I can just quickly delete the stairs and they will no longer be farming wood. Same goes for the other side, but I'll get there when we get there. We've got 2 crushers. Why 2 crushers? Well, sometimes you want palmium fragments and sometimes you want fiber. So I just queue fiber and I queue the fragments and I'm good to go. I don't have to wait for one to finish so that I can start the other. Behind us here, we've got all our assembly lines. I'll go in there in a minute so that you can see. But we've got a little chest here with resources in here. You don't really need more than this. You can put the big boxes here, but then you need to remove the ceilings to put them, and then you can put ceilings back. So I was just like, oh, I'll just put like little boxes here. But we've got our fear assembly line, already starting crafting legendary ones. And then we've got our workbench. I think they finished my armor, my new set. Just quickly yoink. So we've got my new set of armor. If you got 2 thermal undersuits, you only need the 1 type and you should be good to go in all areas. So basically I'm sorted. I think the red suits my hair nicely. But yeah, my assembly line, and then we've got 2 chests here as well. If we go up here with the stairs, you'll see here's another assembly line. So basically I've got all the assembly lines sorted. Plus I've got storage here with the light. All of my blueprints go in here. So pretty decent. If we move downward, you can see here that all of the food is getting transported towards the cooling box, right? It's because all of the food here is basically pizza, and then I just filled the slots with cotton candy, so I don't have to constantly remove the eggs and other things here and go place them in the box. All of the patties will do it on their own without my help. So pretty decent. On the right here, we've got our storage box and some repair kits. Basically, if you put this in your inventory or in a box, every now and then Anubis will grab one and he will repair whatever is damaged, keeping your base in tippy-top shape. Now you might ask, why is there 3 beds behind me here? Well, behind the pal box. Well, there's basically a way for you to instantly respawn that pallies in your party. For example, if I open the pal box, let's say Mr. Boss Sparkit died, well, I can just drag him in here. He'll drop right on the beds, pop onto this bed, and he will basically respawn. Let me put Mr. Sparkit back here, since it's basically pretty decent. You've got lucky and everything on it. So here is my farming plots. I only have 1 berry plantation, tomato, 1 tomato, 1 lettuce, and then 3 wheat farms, since I feel like wheat is necessary for a lot of things. Here is also, I think it's about 5 iron nodes that spawn. I think there spawns like 3 and here spawns like 2. So that's about 5 iron nodes, so pretty decent. Up here is our farming area. We've got at the moment 2 cows, a chicken, I believe 2 chickens since we need it. We've got our little beds and we've got the storage box so they can throw everything in here. Sometimes I put my bee in here, but we have too much honey, and obviously we've got the fencing here as well. So that's pretty decent. Now let me show you how I get my other resources like charcoal and things. So what I've done is basically made quick spawn points for myself so that I can just quickly farm. So if I ever need, for example, let's say charcoal, right? I can just go down here and then I can just spawn here. Here is all the charcoal I need. I can just quickly farm it. Since you can move now and you can also use the grappling hook, right, to just quickly traverse, you can just farm it while over encumbered. Quickly fast travel to your base and you'll have way more than enough. It will probably last you for 4 days of playtime. Same goes for crystal. The crystal, I do basically the same. So you can see here's my Anubis. Right next to Anubis, there's like an area that you can mine, the boss Anubis. Up here is my other one where I farmed the crystals in the snow area. So it's a little bit colder at night, but we're decent. We've got it covered. So you can see here, got all of these. Probably gonna have to upgrade my shirts to level 2 and then we'll be decent. But you can get all of these, just quickly farm them, and then you can quickly travel to your base and you'll have everything you need. Hope this video was helpful. If you want to see this base where I started out with, where I also share the free egg locations, then you can watch this video right here so that you can basically see a before and after.